Hey Saliq, is Dubai really a tax-free heaven for property buyers?
Yes, indeed, it is a tax-free heaven for buyers because once you buy a property and you rent it out, there is no tax on the rental income. And when you are selling the property, whatever profit you make, which we call a capital gain, there is no capital gain tax. And the third thing is, when you're buying a property, the stamp duty is 4%. Whether you're buying your first property or you're buying your 10th property, all the time the stamp duty remains the same, unlike some other countries where the stamp duty changes based on the number of properties you buy.
Saliq, I'm an expat in Dubai. Do you think I can buy a property in Dubai?
Yes, of course. In fact, as long as you have a passport and you're buying in a designated freehold zone in Dubai, you absolutely can buy a property. And the good news is, once you buy a property as an expat and you are eligible for a golden visa, you become a resident. So it's so easy for that.
Saliq, I'm not living in Dubai, so how can I buy a property?
Well, if you are abroad, it's very simple and easy to buy property in Dubai. All the contracts are done online. And if you're not even present in Dubai, you can issue a power of attorney online, where a judge will take a video and will issue a power of attorney on your behalf. And if you're buying from a developer, you simply can wire the money. The developer will courier you the SPA and you can sign. And once they will register in Dubai Land Department, the title deed will come to your email. So it's extremely simple to buy a property if you're not living in Dubai.
Saliq, can I buy an off-plan property while I'm not in Dubai?
Yes, of course. It's very easy to buy an off-plan property if you're staying out of Dubai. You simply can choose the property. The developer will send you the SPA. You can sign the SPA, courier it back, and make the payment online. The developer will register your title deed in Dubai Land Department, and you will receive your title deed in your email. So it's very easy to buy a property while you're not in Dubai.
Saliq, is it safe to buy a property in Dubai direct from the developer while I'm not here?
Yes, as long as you understand that the project you are buying is registered in RERA, the project has an active escrow account, the developer is registered. When you make sure that all these things, the checklist is ticked, or you're working with someone who guides you in the process, it is absolutely safe to buy property in Dubai while you're not in Dubai.
Saliq, is it safe to buy a property and send the money to buy the property offline?
Yes, so if you are buying the property from a developer, which we call a primary purchase or an off-plan purchase, what you need to do is to make sure that there is an escrow account on the project. Because whenever you are buying off-plan, the money must go to that escrow account. It cannot go to developer or anybody else. So once you establish that, you have checked all the points, then it is safe to buy a property.
Saliq, can I send the money to the developer's direct account?
Well, I might say no. If there is no escrow account and you're not in Dubai, I would not advise to send money to a developer's account. You have only to send the money in the designated escrow account.
Saliq, I'm not here in Dubai and I want to buy a secondary market property. So, how can I buy it?
So if you want to buy a secondary property in Dubai and you're not in Dubai, the first thing is that someone should actually view the property on your behalf. So now we are in technology, we can see the layouts, we can see the floor plans, we can see it with VR. Still, you must have someone here whom you can assign a power of attorney. Assigning power of attorney is very simple. It can be done online, and you have to assign a power of attorney to the designated person who can view the property and can sign the documentation on your behalf and can make the payment to the seller on your behalf, and then the title deed will come to your email.
Saliq, I'm not living in Dubai and I want to buy a secondary market property. The manager check, I don't have it. What's the solution?
Well, there are few solutions to it. The first thing is that when you are signing the contract, if you're signing it through a real estate company, you can send the money to that real estate company who can issue a manager check on your behalf. That is the safest path. The second thing is, if you are buying a property, you have a designated power of attorney, you can wire the money to the power of attorney and then he can issue a manager check on your behalf.
Saliq, I'm buying a secondary market and my agent is asking me so many documents. Is it required?
Well, the basic documents that we need when you are buying a secondary market property is your passport, That is the fundamental document that we need. And if you're, as I said, since you're buying a secondary property market, you have to have a power of attorney in Dubai. So your passport copy, the power of attorney, and the documents of the power of attorney who is in Dubai and will make a purchase on your behalf. These are the minimum documents that you need.
Saliq, is it safe to share my passport and Emirates ID with the broker?
Yes, if you are buying from that broker and you are doing the deal with him, of course you have to give the documentation. But the easiest way to validate and verify the broker is take his broker ID, which we call a BRN, and go to the Dubai Land Department website and validate it. So over there you can easily validate that the broker you are dealing with is a licensed broker to conduct a transaction in Dubai market.
Saliq, my broker has asked me to sign one digital form. He's saying it's a form B. Is it necessary?
Yes. So when you are buying a secondary property, there are three forms. Form A, which is a seller and agent agreement. Form B, which is a buyer and agent agreement. And Form F, which is then created by merging these two contracts. So if you have shortlisted the property, you have agreed with the agent, the pricing and everything, the next step is actually to sign a Form B. B, easy to stand for buyer, buyer and agent agreement, and this form has the information of the buyer and the contract duration and commission between the buyer and the agent.
Saliq, my broker has asked me to sign one digital form. He's saying it's a form B. Is it necessary?
Yes. So when you are buying a secondary property, there are three forms. Form A, which is a seller and agent agreement. Form B, which is a buyer and agent agreement. And Form F, which is then created by merging these two contracts. So if you have shortlisted the property, you have agreed with the agent, the pricing and everything, the next step is actually to sign a Form B. B, easy to stand for buyer, buyer and agent agreement, and this form has the information of the buyer and the contract duration and commission between the buyer and the agent.
Saliq, how can I validate the agent? How I will know that the broker is real or he's not fake?
So you can easily validate a broker by taking and asking for his BRN number or his broker card and go down to the Dubai Land Department website and enter that BRN number. Once you will enter the BRN number, you will see the details associated with that number. Then you can cross-check and you can validate that this broker is a licensed broker from Dubai Land Department.
Saliq, what is BRN number and how I can validate the real estate?
Broker registration number is the number that is allocated to all the licensed brokers who are practicing real estate in Dubai, which you can validate by simply going to the Dubai Rest website and entering that BRN number. It will bring the detail of the agent, his contact details, his email, and the company where he is working as at that point in time.
Saliq, I'm a seller and the agent is asking me a lot of questions related to my real estate. Is it safe to give them these answers?
Well, it depends. When you are dealing with the agent as a seller, the first is that you interview the agents and shortlist an agent with whom you want to work with. And the agent, they are acting as consultants. So if the agent is asking you questions about selling your property, the whole idea is basically to give him all the information about the property that will help him marketing and selling the property.
Saliq, I'm a seller and one of the broker, he called me and he's asking that I need a Form A from you. Why is it?
The Form A is an agent and seller agreement where the seller agrees with the agent to market and sell the property on behalf of the seller. They agreed a selling price and the commissions are agreed and the duration of that contract, whether it is an exclusive or non-exclusive.
Saliq, I'm a seller and the agent has called me and he's asking a commission. Why should I pay the commission?
Well, commissions in Dubai real estate are arbitrary. What I mean by saying that is it is purely an agreement between the fiduciary and the party. So as long as you agree, so assume that you want to sell your property for 1 million, while an agent believes that he can sell the property for a slightly more price and is asking for commission. Again, it is arbitrary. As long as the parties agreed, there is no problem with that.
Saliq, I'm a seller, and the agent is asking me to give him exclusive. Why I have to give him exclusive? And what is it?
Exclusivity means that you are allocating or appointing one real estate agent to sell your property during a set period of time. So you are appointing one agent for 3, 6 months or a 12 months period, where the agent is the exclusive responsible person to market and sell your property. And then you can also agree to pay him a commission or not based on that contract. So it is also agreed in a form called Form A.
Saliq, I'm selling a property and the buyer is offering me cash. Can I collect cash from him?
It is not allowed anymore to accept cash. So you either can accept a bank transfer or you can accept in a manager's check. Cash is not acceptable anymore by Dubai Land Department.
Saliq, I'm a seller and I have already an existing agreement with the broker. Now it's going to expire after 2 days. He's asking me to extend, but there is another guy I want to give him. Is it okay that I can give him?
Well, if it is a non-exclusive contract, as a seller, you can assign 3 agents on that property. And when it is an exclusive contract, you can only change an agent once the contract has been expired.
Saliq, I had given an exclusivity to one of the agent and then he was not able to sell and I got an offer from someone else and I sold it. But this agent is asking me commission. Should I pay him?
Absolutely, because as long as the exclusive contract is valid and you have agreed a commission in the contract, by law you are supposed to pay commission to the agent.
Saliq, I'm looking to sell my property, but my property is rented right now. What do you suggest me to get a better profit?
Well, in Dubai real estate, normally a property which is vacant, it fetches more price as compared to a rented property. And if you want to sell your property as an empty property, the best solution is to serve an eviction notice to the tenant, which is a 12 months notice, and inform the tenant that they are going to sell the property. So after the eviction, then you can sell it as an empty property, which can get more price.
Saliq, my property is vacant right now and I want to sell it. What is the best way you think that I can sell?
Well, if you want to sell your property, first you need to vet the agents and find who is the right agent to represent you and your property. So shortlist the agent, sign a contract with them, make sure they put your property out there in the market with the right exposure at the right price, and that's the only way you can sell.
Saliq, I want to send an eviction notice to my tenant because I want to sell the property. So what is the best way to do this?
Well, you can easily serve an eviction notice by going to the typing centers and give them the detail of the property and the rental contract and the title deed, and they will then draft the eviction notice for you, which will then be notarized by the notary judge, and then you can serve it to the tenant.
Saliq, I want to give eviction notice to my tenant because I'm looking to sell my property. What is the best way to do it?
Well, the first is that you have to go and get the legal typing of the notice. Once the typing is done, go to a notary office and notarize it, and then send it to the tenant via Aramex courier services.
Saliq, I'm not living in Dubai and I want to give eviction notice to my tenant. How I can do it?
Well, it's very simple. Dubai, the beauty of this city is it adopts the new technologies and make things easier for everyone. You simply can go to a legal translation, can reach them out, and even we can introduce you to those people. They'll do the legal typing. You can do a video call with the notary judge, and then they will send a courier via Aramex to your tenant. So you can easily serve an eviction notice while not being in Dubai.
Saliq, I'm not living in Dubai and I want to do a power of attorney. Can you suggest me the easiest way?
The easiest way to do a power of attorney is to reach to a legal translation office. They will draft the power of attorney based on your specific needs. Whether you want to sell a property, you want to buy a property, you want to rent out a property, or you want someone to manage your property on your behalf. Based on your specific needs, the legal office will do the translation of and type the power of attorney for you, and then they will give it to the notarized judge who will have a video conversation with you, and after the video call, they will notarize it and they can issue the power of attorney online.
Saliq, can I make a power of attorney in the name of my son?
Yes, you can issue a power of attorney under the name of your son. And if you're living in Dubai, you can simply visit a legal translation office, get it typed, and go to the notary office and notarize it under the name of your son.
Saliq, can I make a power of attorney for my son?
Yes, you can issue a power of attorney under the name of your son. You simply can go to the legal translation office, get it typed, go to the notary office, get it notarized. But remember, a power of attorney validity is only 2 years. So every 2 years, it must be renewed.
Saliq, I want to give power of attorney to my wife. Can I do it?
Yes, you can issue a power of attorney under the name of your wife. You simply can visit the legal translation office, typed it, and then go to the notary office, get it notarized. But any real estate related power of attorney is valid for 2 years only. After every 2 years, it must be renewed.
Saliq, I want to give power of attorney to my daughter. Can I do it?
Yes, you can issue a power of attorney under the name of your daughter. Just simply visit the legal translation office, get it typed, go to the notary office, notarized it. But all the real estate power of attorneys are valid for only 2 years. You have to renew them after every 2 years.
Saliq, can I give the property to my brother?
No, you can only gift your property to your wife, to your son, your daughter, and your parents.
Saliq, can I gift the property to my sister?
No, you can only gift your property in Dubai to your son, to your daughter, to your wife, and to your parents.
Saliq, can I gift the property to my wife?
Yes, you can gift your property to your wife, to your son, to your daughter, and to your parents.
Saliq, can I give the property to my son?
Yes, you can gift your property to your son. You can also gift it to your daughter, your wife, and your parents.
Saliq, can I gift the property to my parents?
Yes, you can gift your property to your parents in Dubai.
Saliq, can I give the property to my mother?
Yes, you can gift your property to your mother, to your father, and to your son, your daughter, and your wife.
Saliq, what is the gifting process in Dubai?
So the gifting process is that first you have to go to the trustee office and appraise the property to find the true value of the property in today's market. Once you have got the appraisal or valuation certificate, you go to the developer's office and get a no objection certificate to gift the property, whoever you want to gift it. Once you got the no objection certificate with the valuation certificate, you come back to the trustee office and you pay a fee of 0.125% of the value of the property, and the DLD will issue a new title deed under the name of the beneficiary.
Can I use power of attorney to gift the property?
Yes and no. Yes, if the power of attorney has a categorical sentence where it allows the POA to gift the property, and you can only gift the property to your real blood, your father, mother, daughter, son, or wife. If it is not mentioned in the power of attorney that the POA cannot gift the property, the POA cannot sign on behalf of the owner and gift the property.
Saliq, can I add family member into my property title deed?
Yes, you can add your family member into your property title deed if they are your father, mother, daughter, son, or wife. You have to value the property and then based on the percentage you want to gift them. So assume your property value is 1 million and you want to give half of it as a gift. You have to pay 0.125% of half value of the property, and then that person can be added into the new title deed.
Saliq, I want to sell share to my friends in my property. Can I do this?
Yes, you can do that. So what you can do in this case is you have to appraise the property and find the real value of the property in today's market. And then you have to go to the developer's office and get a no objection certificate where you are selling your part share to your friend. And then in the trustee office, you have to pay 4% of the share value you want to sell it to your friend. You pay that fee to Dubai Land Department, the stamp duty, and Dubai Land Department will issue a new title deed where your friend will become a part owner in that title.
Saliq, can I add multiple owners in the title deed?
Yes, you can add multiple persons as your partner in any title deed.
Saliq, can I add shareholders in my title deed?
Yes, you can add as many shareholders as you want in your title deed.
Saliq, I want to invest for short-term rentals. Which areas you suggest me?
Well, for short-term rentals, the area that I will shortlist for my clients are those areas which offer nightlife, restaurants, malls, and most importantly, a mass transit infrastructure. What I mean by that, it must have metro access, the government bus service access, Dubai tram access. So we have downtown, Business Bay, Dubai Marina, JBR, Jumeirah Lake Towers. These areas will always perform very good in short-term rentals.
Saliq, what is the future of Creek Harbor?
Dubai Creek Harbor is a new downtown, and the government and the master developer is investing hefty there. And with the extension of the new metro system and the new freeway that's currently being completed and an access from that freeway, Dubai Creek Harbor is going to be a downtown of future.
Saliq, I want to buy a modern villa. Which location you prefer?
Well, if you want to buy a ready villa, one of my favorite community is Dubai Hills, District 1. These are the best locations where they offer modern design. And if you want to buy Mediterranean and classic, Jumeirah Golf Estates is one of the best and underrated communities in Dubai.
Saliq, I want to buy a modern villa. Where can I get modern villa?
If you want to buy an off-plan modern villa, I would recommend Palm Jabal Ali, Tilal Al Gaf, which is still under construction, some developments in Dubai South, Muruj Al Furjan. And if you're looking for a ready modern villa, Dubai Hills Estate, hands down. District 1, one of the best location. So these are some of the communities that offer ready modern villas, including Arabian Ranches 3 and the Valley.
Saliq, where can I buy the cheapest townhouse in Dubai right now?
Well, at this moment in time, the most affordable townhouse that one can buy in Dubai is in Damac Hills 2. But don't get me wrong, with the extension of Alain Road and the development happening in all that area, Damac Hills 2 will see a price appreciation in a very short future.
Saliq, what is most affordable townhouses society here in Dubai?
Well, we have 3 locations which I believe are the entry point to townhouses, and they start from Damac Hills 2, the Valley, and Emaar South. Dubai South, essentially, it has Emaar South as well, but Dubai South offer also affordable townhouses.
Saliq, what are the most affordable townhouses in Dubai?
So the most affordable townhouses in Dubai, they are in Damac Hills 2, the Valley, Dubai South, Arabian Ranches 3, where we have townhouses. We have Villa Nova, and then if you're looking for upcoming projects, you should look at Damac Lagoons and Damac Sun City.
Saliq, I want to buy a luxury villa. Which places do you recommend?
Well, if you want to buy a beachfront luxury villa, I would highly recommend Palm Jabal Ali. And if you want to buy inland in a golf course community, I would recommend Dubai Hills Estate. And a lagoon community is District 1. And one of my favorite inland community is the Acres. Acres is hands down is one of the best community upcoming in Dubai.
Saliq, where is the most cheapest apartment I can find to buy?
Well, the cheapest apartments in Dubai are in International City, Silicon Oasis, and DLRC. By the way, I have never sold anything in those areas. And the last one is Discovery Gardens, where I have not sold anything, but my colleague has sold buildings.
Saliq, is Dubai's real estate market still growing?
Absolutely. If you look at all the macro and micro fundamentals, they're all in the favor of the real estate market. And the most important thing is the demographics. The population of the city is continuously growing, which leads us to believe that there is still room for growth in the market.
Saliq, should you buy off-plan or ready? What do you think? What do you suggest?
It depends upon your preferences. They both have pros and cons. I will talk about off-plan first. Buying an off-plan is easy and it requires a minimum cash outlay initially. You have the ability to choose the desired unit in the best location in the master plan, or a best floor plan in any building. And upon handover, off-plan normally tends to appreciate in certain cases 20 to 30%. When it comes to secondary market, if you want to buy a secondary market, you have to pay all the money upfront. But the good thing is in secondary market, you buy what you see. And then the last thing is that you can rent out that ready property and start getting the passive income, or else if you're an end user, you can start enjoying the property.
Saliq, can you rent out your property as Airbnb in Dubai?
Absolutely. We call it in Dubai as a short-term rental market, and believe it or not, it is one of the most profitable market models in Dubai. If you have a property which is near the central business district, in downtown Business Bay, Dubai Marina, JBR, where you have mass transport infrastructure, Dubai Metro, Dubai Tram, short-term properties in this area, they really make a better return as compared to long-term properties. However, you have to make sure that you are giving your property to the right management company and your property is furnished up till the standards. Because Airbnb is a highly regulated market in Dubai and is regulated by the government.
Saliq, what are the service charges here and why I have to pay it?
So service charge is a payment that a property owner has to pay to maintain the common area. What is a common area? In a building, a common area is the corridors, the elevators, the lobbies, the security, amenities, and removal of garbage. So these are all these facilities which are required to run the building. It must be paid by someone. So the community management or the owner association we call in Dubai, they actually collect it based on your share of ownership in the building to manage the building. In terms of villas, the service charge is paid to maintain the community, the landscape area, the hardscape and the softscape of the community, removal of the garbage, security, and the overall maintenance of the community, because a good maintained community overall improves the value of the asset in the long term.
Saliq, how can I find out that the developer is not overcharging me for service charges?
Well, a few years ago, Dubai Land Department, they actually have introduced a system called Mullaq system. A Mullaq system is where the government audits all the income and expenditure of the owner association for that project, and based on that they keep on revising the service charge to make sure that the community manager or the owner association is not overcharging the property owners.
Saliq, if I am being scammed because my service charges are really high, how I can find out?
You simply can go to the Dubai Land Department website and find out service charge index. In that tab, you can enter your property details or your building details. You choose the year, and that tab will give you the per square foot service charge of your building or of your community.
Saliq, who defines these service charges?
The service charges are basically calculated based on the overall expense to maintain the community, and then that amount is regulated by Dubai Land Department or RERA with a system called Mullaq system, where they audit the income and expense of the community manager, and based on that they define a per square foot rate.
Saliq, I'm a landlord and I want to increase the rent of my tenant. Can I increase?
Well, you can only increase or decrease the rent based on the permissions from rental index. So rental index is a service that was introduced by Dubai Land Department, where one can go as a landlord and tenant, enter the property details, the expiry date of the contract, the current rent, and the number of bedrooms, and based on that the index will give you an average rental price of that community, and it will tell you that based on the average index of the area you can increase the rent or you have to keep the same rent for the renewal of the contract.
Saliq, my landlord is asking to increase the rent. Is he allowed to increase the rent?
Yes, if the index allows you to do so. So few years ago, Dubai Land Department has introduced a system called rental index. A rental index is a system where both tenant and landlord, they can go and enter the property detail, the number of bedrooms, the expiry date of the contract, and the current rent the tenant is paying to the landlord. Based on that, the rental index system will tell the parties whether they are allowed to increase the rent or to keep the rent in the same price.
Saliq, what if as a landlord I believe that the rent is unfair towards my property? How I can increase the rent?
Well, in that cases, if you believe or if you see that the rental index is not giving you the accurate value or appraisal of your rent, what you can do is you can go to the Dubai Rest app under the landlord or the owner portal, and you can request a rental appraisal of your property. Now, once you will submit the request, Dubai Land Department will review your request and will come back to you with an answer. And the answer would be if your property fall under the rent appraisal category or no. If Dubai Land Department says that no, your property fall under the index, you have to follow the index. If the Dubai Land Department says that no, your property fall under rental appraisal category, then you have to pay and get an up-to-date rental appraisal of the property, and based on that, you can request your tenant to increase or decrease the rent based on the market value.
Hey Saliq, can I evict my tenant?
No. There are only 3 reasons where you are allowed to serve an eviction notice of 1 year validity to your tenant. Reason number 1 is you want to move into the property by yourself and want to live in. Number 2, your property needs a major renovation and it is risky for the tenants to use it. And number 3 is you have decided to sell the property. In these 3 cases, you have to serve a notarized eviction notice to your tenant, which will be valid for 12 months. And after 12 months, the tenant will have to leave or vacate the property.